Alright, y'all. We are in...
Fairbanks, Alaska.
What's the name of this place?
This is Pike's Waterfront Lodge. And it has character.
Isabella's convinced this is the haunted mirror. Ghosts will go through it.
Did y'all know it's an Arctic tundra? Somehow we managed to come here when it's 80 degrees.
Now, if you look at how bright it is, keep in mind, this is...
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock? It's 10 p.m.
Yes, it's 10 p.m. outside. Right now, Fairbanks is experiencing 22 hours of sunlight. So I think it goes down around midnight or 1 and comes back up around 3 or something like that.
I gotta admit, that is like totally out of my dimension.
This place, without a doubt, is haunted.
Alaskan Mort. Alright, check out this interesting lobby. We got neon. We got pianos. We got animal beds. We got more neon. We got more stuffed critters. Why is it Hugh Jackman?
It's a Wolverine.
Oh.
Check out this amazing sled. It's made from a jawbone. I absolutely love that. It's so weird and niche, but fantastically amazing. This adds to the theory that this place is definitely haunted.
He's been coming to work with me since I got him, so
Oh, that's great.
this is life for him.
Yes. I'm in the salmon throne.
So I guess if you sit in the salmon throne, you become King Salmon?
Look at all them ducks.
Look, that.
So we're doing a little exploring of Pike's Lodge. We had some trouble with the air conditioner in our room. It didn't. So the maintenance crew is actually in there replacing the AC unit in the room right now. So we needed to get out and explore. So give us a chance to find some areas that we hadn't found previously.
Neat. We even found a pool table back here. Alright, that's pretty good customer service. They come in and they actually replace the air conditioner. And it's rocking.
Hey, so we are at our hotel, Pike's Waterfront Lodge in Fairbanks, waiting for a shuttle. We are about to do something called the Riverboat Discovery.
There's a riverboat discovery. This should be a fun ride. Neat full-size riverboat. One of the exhibits here, Riverboat Landing, is this 40 below. You can go experience what it's like to be here in the winter. Unfortunately, I think they said that it's only down to 0 instead of 40 below 0. Brendan wants to check that out.
In fact, if you're over 39 inches tall, we might ask you to get out and push. Picking up speed, floats on step, push rotates
Look at these houses. They don't look much different than something we see at home, but they have to be prepared for 40 below 0. So, I mean, I can't imagine what that would take to prepare to have a house that could withstand that.
There's a big deck for the midnight
Neat
sun.
experience here on the Chiba River.
Whole state is their backyard.
Narrator.
And it's not
Talked
who's
a lot.
who out here, it's just folks, although the
Does a
light
good job
brown
of
one
describing
to the right with red
a lot of what
umbrella,
we're seeing.
That one's kind of special because that's technology.
puppy.
Yeah, I love having that on the agenda. Now, it's fun watching them continue to romp and get more adventurous. I was going to say it's tragic. They're not eager to do this. Look what happens when he pulls the trigger. Suddenly it gets real quiet, and everybody leans in, starts running, picks up speed, and David is gone. All the younger dogs falling in behind.
I don't have a motor on this four-wheeler. It's strictly dog power, just 7 of them. And they're pulling me along this fast. It's an amazing athletic achievement. But it's also just use it as you get to the finish line. Half teams in front of you keep it.
Also, a beautiful bronze statue, that great lead dog. We'll see if the war command works or if we all just end up in the river. Oh, there. Oh, nicely done, David. Another success.
After every run, every dog at the end, and then of course, just like us, everybody loves to play, and the dogs are no different.
Now what you see in the pen here is, of course, domesticated Rangifer tyrannus, which is the same genus and species as wild caribou.
This is actually the confluence of the Chena and the Tanana River. You can tell by the different silt levels.
Because of the silt load.
The channels are constantly shifting. Sometimes there's silts being deposited, and our sandbars really top of those.
Perspective Fish Camp. And the centerpiece of Fish Camp is the fish wheel. My dad, he owns the fish wheel, but it's on the Tanana and it's closer to Nenana. But the fish wheel is an efficient fish catcher machine that will provide enough salmon for the families and the dogs during the winter months. Now on shore, you'll see our canvas wall tents, and those will be staying during fish camp. And then right next to me are the air drying racks. This is where we hang the salmon before it goes into the smokehouse. And the smokehouse is this large structure you see right behind me. Now the smokehouse is key to turning into a salmon into a dehydrated, fully preserved food source. Once the salmon is done smoking, it would then be stored in the cache. And the cache is a structure you see on stilts. And the reason why it's on stilts is so it can be away from any of the pesky animals. This is a silver salmon. And right now I've started the basic dog food cut. I remove the head from the body, and then I separate the two fillets from the backbone, keeping it connected at the tail so it would be easy to hang on the air drying racks. And if there's any meat left on this backbone here, we give it to one of our dogs in fish camp. And if this fish head was a higher quality salmon like the king, we would make it into fish head soup and give it to our elders because we considered it a delicacy. We do like making fillets, but we also like making long vertical cuts called salmon strips. My family and I, we soak ours in a brine of brown sugar, honey, and salt. And then onto the air drying racks and then into the smokehouse.
The riverboat stopped at the Chena Indian Village. It was a village that was preserved as part of the family that really ran the riverboat originally. Kind of neat. We'll check out what they have.
If you were to build a fire in your skin hut on those cold winter nights, the smoke would have somewhere to exit. But now when it was time to move on, the spruce pole frame was left, but all those hides were packed up and taken with them, because they were far too valuable to leave behind. So here you have the world's first mobile home. And in the summertime, putting this pump directly into the fire emits a black smoke that acts as a natural mosquito repellent. The ribs of the canoe are made from bent steamed spruce poles. It's then covered with a layer of birch bark and tied together using young split spruce root. This black resin you see here is a mixture of animal fat, spruce pitch, and moose or caribou hair. This will help seal and make the canoe watertight. That canoe could hold up to 2 hunters in all of his gear safely. To the far right is the hide of a grizzly bear, in the middle a moose, and closest to me the hide of a caribou.
Wolverine was always sewn closer to the face because it had that natural oil in it to prevent the frostbite. Any leftover pieces from making that rope we made into these tassels, and those are Wolverine to the Timberwolf. Danielle would sew those on to show everyone that her man is that skilled hunter and he caught that tricky wolverine. Today we do face another challenge of trying to keep our heritage up, but we spend time with our elders, listening to their stories and learning their traditions, and also sharing with you folks during the summertime.
This is called a line trapper's cabin. These were used in the dead of winter when the trappers from the village would have to go long distances to follow the herd and the animals that they were hunting. So these were set up in a line following where the animals would be, so that after a long day following and hunting those animals, the trapper would come to one of these buildings that was built previously to stay at night. And they're not very intricate, and they're much smaller than where the normal like village-sized houses, because they're just for night so that he could sleep in the negative 40-degree winter to pick up in the morning and keep following the animal herds.
I think this range has had quite a journey to get here.
During the winter, they do get fed twice a day, simply because it's more of a soup. When it's negative 20 degrees out, we can't really have bowls of water out, so we need to give them their hydration. So it's more of a soup. When it comes to the training runs, it's still about twice a day, but we'll stop every 2.5 hours to give them a little salmon snack, and then we'll go on our way. Now, when we give them a little salmon snack, it's much more than just like, oh, we're gonna rest here for 10, 15 minutes. No, 30 seconds. 30 seconds and they're like, cool, we're done eating, let's run. Like, come on, let's go. How can I say no to this? They all are purebred, so they're all Alaskan Huskies.
I didn't realize we would get the opportunity to walk around this village and really see the different areas, see the dogs, and how what were the name of the tribe?
The Appalachians?
No.
Something like that. Athabascans, that's the name of the natives from this area. What do you think, Isabella?
I'm cold.
Finally, we're a little chilly.
As someone who does not eat fish or salmon, I can say that this trip has been pretty interesting because a lot of the food that is free has salmon in it. Like on this boat, they're serving salmon dip and they're selling like salmon by the case and things like that. And it's just like weird because I don't like salmon. I kind of feel genuine, but I just don't like salmon. So
They have hot dogs.
I don't like hot dogs either.
Alaskan native hot dogs.
It was delicious. I'm not sure, I think it was sockeye salmon or the silver salmon. But they sell it on board actually. We can bring some home. But it was so good. They made some cream cheese, put it on a cracker. Oh, delicious. Yum. And good for you too. Get your good healthy oils, protein. Yum yum. The 5 types of salmon we've learned about on this trip. So you have to talk to it about your fingers. So you got your chum, thumb. You got your, what's this one? Oh, sockeye, because you can poke yourself in the eye, sockeye. Then you got this finger. Oh, that's the king. That's the main one. King. And then this is your ring finger. So that's your silver salmon. And your pinky is your pink salmon. So chum, sockeye, king, silver, and pink.
We're back at Pike's Landing, Pike's Lounge, and I think we're probably going to call it an early night and get ready because we have an early train ride tomorrow.